Good morning, everyone. This is Gina, and today we will be making whole wheat bread. The first thing you want to do now is get your water ready to go. This is a 1 quart measuring cup, so 4 cups of water, 2 packs of dry yeast. These are the little individual ones. If you're going to use the kind that comes out of the big packages, about 3 tablespoons roughly. And we're going to add our yeast to our warm water, not hot, not cold. If it's hot, it'll kill it. If it's cold, it'll take it a little bit longer to rise. So you got to kind of get it where it's like just warm enough that it feels a little bit warm to touch. So we're going to stir this in really well. We're going to wait a minute or two, trying to get this dissolved really well here, y'all. Come on. My hands are clean, y'all. I did wash them right beforehand, so don't do what I'm doing with dirty hands. I'm trying to get everything dissolved down in there fairly well so that we don't have clumps of yeast in the bread or in the dough, which the dough will end up becoming the bread. But everything's fairly well dissolved down in there. Now, this has been in my freezer. The yeast, I took it out last night when I knew I'd be baking the bread. Alright, y'all, I'm going to quickly run down the other stuff that you will need to make whole wheat bread. Honey. There isn't quite enough in that jar for what I've got to do, so I do have another thing. You will also need molasses, butter, salt, whole wheat flour, white flour, and for me, I want something on the top of mine. So I have ground up here some cracked wheat cereal that I made yesterday. So I just kind of put it in my blender, put it on liquefy. And that way you can get those little pretty pieces on the top like you see on a lot of the whole grain breads. I'm also going to throw a little bit of oats on top when we get to the point where we are shaping loaves. So, I am just waiting right now for my yeast to start bubbling and all that stuff. And actually, there are bubbles coming to the surface a little. And that water was just barely warm, like a little bit warmer than body temperature warm. Barely. So, as soon as that's foamed up, I will be back to show you the rest of it. Alright, we're back. This has had some time to work. It didn't get real foamy, but I think it's because there's no sugar or sweetener in there. Usually I do, but this recipe did not say to do that. In this measuring cup, half cup of honey. So I did have to combine the two, had to do the best I could because that's what I got. Also, part of that is local honey. And local honey a lot of times helps those that suffer with allergies. Just be sure not to overdo it if you're a diabetic. I think that there's surely there's some recommendation from people that are you know, doctors and stuff that deal with allergies, I'm sure that they do have some recommendations about how much you need. Now, my mom actually heard that from an allergist that they have on a weekly show that they do where I'm originally from. So, and he's been an allergist for like a gazillion years and stuff. So, he knows what he's talking about, y'all. Half a cup of molasses. I'll move these over here so I've already used them. And then we're going to get half a cup of butter. And half a cup is 1 stick, y'all. So, I just happen to have this kind of butter in the tub. So, you got what you got, and you do the best you can with what you got. So, we just use what we have, don't we, folks? And this is good butter, y'all. There might be like a little tiny bit more than a half cup, but we're going to use this up so that we can clear this container out of here. Because we are trying to use things that we have. I'm going to put the half cup butter in there with the honey and the molasses. And then we're going to get in here in a second and get to the dry ingredients. I'm going to go put this away and put this stuff over here away so it's out of the way. I'll be back in just a second, but y'all will never know. Alright, y'all. I'm back. I've got that put away. We're going to add in the water with the yeast to my mixture here with the butter and the molasses and the honey. And put that in there. The next thing we're going to add is 2 teaspoons of salt. And yes, I do have out stuff to measure on this one because this is basically chemistry. I did add a little bit more butter. However, that's not going to really affect it like the rice and all that. So I'm going to take this at this point and I'm going to mix it. And since I don't want it slung all over the place, y'all, I'm keeping it at a low setting. Okay, again, I'm going to move stuff out of the way. Alright, so we are going to need 4 cups of white flour. 1, 2, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to put this down and blend this. Alright, y'all, we are ready for the whole wheat flour. Now, I have a bag of King Arthur's. You can use any brand. That's just what I was able to get at my local Walmart. And no, I did not go inside a Walmart, y'all. I actually did a pickup order where they just, you know, you go in, drive into the thing, and tell them what parking space you're in, the color of your car, and they bring it out to you. It's that easy. If y'all have not tried that, and y'all shop at Walmart, Target, the pickup service is nice. And it doesn't cost anything extra at those places. I've used it at Target and Walmart, and it does not cost you 1 cent extra. So 1, 2, 3, and we're going to stop there for the moment. So I've got half of it in. We're going to work on that. This video will be a long one by the looks of it. Alright, y'all. I've got the dough done. It takes 6 cups of the whole wheat flour, just so y'all know. I went ahead and put the rest in there. This is what it looks like. I'm going to let it start the first rise. When that gets done, I will come back and I will show y'all what it looks like at that point. But yeah, this is the whole wheat. You can tell by the looks of it. So I will be back with y'all in just a little while when that is done. Hey everyone, we are back. This was actually up over the top of the bowl here, but when I took it out of my oven, it kind of punched down just a little. Clean hands. So this is actually really warm still. I preheated my oven to like 170. And that kept it warm, and it's been in there a while. When they say punch down, beat it, you know, and then kind of knead the thing again. You're trying to compress the air bubbles and stuff. Then we're going to let it rest for 15-20 minutes or so that it's just got time to rest between kneadings and stuff. And then we will make it into loaves and let it rise again till it gets up to the top of the pan, the little loaf pans, and then we'll put the stuff on it and we'll bake it. So we're just still standing here. Like I said, with this, you know, you do want to knead it a bit so that it does help when you do that. Don't want to like over knead it, but anywho. So anyway, you just kind of knead it for a couple of minutes till you got all the little air bubbles out of it and got it nice and smooth again. And like I said, we'll let it rest for, I don't know, 10-15 minutes and stuff before but it looks good and it really smells delicious. Just so y'all can see, how far down it went into the bowl. And it was over the top. So anyway, I'm going to kind of grease this just a little at this point, and then we'll let it rest, and then I'll show y'all when I get ready to put it back or put it in the pans and how I'm going to top it. Alright, y'all, I've got my oven preheating to 375 degrees. Now this will bake 35 to 40 minutes. In about 15 minutes, that's what's happened. It has expanded yet again. So at this point, I need to take the dough. I'm going to try. Okay, we are going to move this over so you all can kind of see what's going on here. I've got a big lump of dough here. And I need to divide that into 4 loaves. Y'all, it's been quite a day. Sorry. You know what we're going to do. I've got all 4 loaf pans out, and they are already sprayed. So we are just going to try our best to go down the middle and down the middle. I really don't have one of them dough blades. I need to get one because I do bake. And I do make homemade bread. And I make like homemade pie crusts and stuff. So, yeah. One of these days I'll get around to buying some, you know, buying me one of them dough blades or whatever they're called. Alright, so each of those are going to go into my pans. It said just shape them into a loaf. Now this is the easiest one to kind of see what's going on in, y'all, because it's obviously because it's clear. You just want to kind of level everything out as much as humanly possible. Of course, nothing's going to be 100% perfect, but you do the best you can with what you've got. And that's what my channel is all about, doing the best we can with what we've got going on at the moment. Got one assignment left to do, y'all, for my class, and then I've got one reading assignment to do for my other class, and that's it, and I'm done for the semester. And boy, am I ready to be done for the semester. I am worn out. I've got to get dental appointments made. I've got to get vision appointments made. I've still got guys here that were supposed to be here today, and they ain't. I'm a little irritated with that. But y'all, it's no joke. Gina is irritated because they've missed like 8 days that they could have been working, and it's aggravating for me. Now, these will, actually, I shouldn't have preheated my oven quite yet, because these do have to rise yet again. I was not even thinking. So we will just turn that off, and we will put these in that nice warm oven and let them rise again until they get to the top of the loaf pans. But that's fine. A nice warm oven does work well. So basically they're going to look like that, and yes, they will expand, and yes, I'm doing the best I can. Okay, so now that we've got those done, what I'm going to do here is bring out my glass pan so that y'all can kind of see, hopefully, what's going on here. I have my grain here, and I am just going to kind of sprinkle the top with this and some oats and make true, like, you know, when you buy the bread that's good and topped with stuff, that's what we're going for, is like a whole grain bread on here. So, of course, I'm trying to wing it today, y'all. It's all right, though. It's all right. We're going to make this work. That's what my channel is about, is making things work and being happy while you're doing it, because there's no use in being, you know, just try to do the best you can with what you got. Anywho. And there will be a little bit of this cracked wheat cereal left. In fact, I am going to pull my blade out of there, because I don't want to, like, slice my hand open, because that is not fun. I've done that before, and it is no fun. And, yeah, because I've sliced them open and had to go get a tetanus shot before. And anybody that's done that knows how interesting that is, to have to go to urgent care to get those. Yay. Oh. So, yeah, we're making things work, though, y'all. It's the end of the semester, which kind of makes me happy, because that means I've got all my work done. I'm already registered for next semester, my Pathway Connect class, and then I've got medical billing and coding, and then I've got 2 other classes through Institute. So yeah, that everything's going well, though. Oats, a little bit of those on there. And I am trying to kind of press these down a little bit so that they stay on there and stuff. I'll have to wipe up this counter good again. Anywho, y'all, but I will, soon as these rise up again, I'm going to put these into the oven, 375, 35 to 40 minutes, depends on how well done you like your bread and all that good stuff. My counter's clean. I wash it multiple times a day, because I'm weird like that. And that's why that's why Gina stresses out, because Gina's anal about keeping stuff straightened up, but poop. And that's real life. That just happened. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. So anyway, when we get these out of the oven, I will take a picture of it. I've got a friend that's going to stop by for a minute tonight. I look forward to seeing her. She's awesome. Yeah. So anyway, and she may get a loaf of bread. But anyway, I will see you all in the next one. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, subscribe, click like, leave me comments. Y'all know I love that stuff. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.